Hello Exiles, just a quick one today, just to kind of go through the highlights for me for Settlers of Calgary and to discuss how and what items I had this league that were pretty decent drops. Before I got into that, just want to say for anyone who's watched any of my channels this league, I fully appreciate it. I have had a very busy league. I've put out a good 50 odd videos this league. It's probably been my busiest league so far, and if you have enjoyed any of them, then I would kindly ask you to subscribe and obviously like and comment on any of my videos if you want to. It's more than happy to, and I will more than happily respond if you have any questions. With that being said, let's jump into what I believe were my best drops. Now, the first thing that I had was on day 2 of the league. I had a House of Mirrors that I pulled from a stacked deck, which was very, very lucky, and I did do a video on it just to kind of show, and I managed to sell that for 46 divine, which was obviously day 2 prices, which then gave me a massive injection into the build. Now, as you can see, the quad tab in the background here is literally empty because I was literally on day 2. That is everything that I had picked up. That massive injection managed to get the Ice Nova Frostbolts build off the ground, which is then what made the video, which is now one of my biggest videos on my channel. So thank you for anyone who has supported me and watched that video. The next thing that I then got to drop was a 3 passive voices when I was running some simulacrum farms. Now at the time it was around about 30 divine. I wish it was a 1 passive voices, probably because I would have kept it, but no, I got a 3 passive, and I think I got 2 7 passive, which was just ridiculous. The third thing I got was a headhunter. I was running some Glacier Exile farms, and I managed to pull a headhunter from one of the exiles, so that was decent. Managed to sell that for, I think it was about 20 divine when it dropped. Obviously before it then dropped pretty cheap. And finally, the last thing I did was I spent around about 300 divines on some stacked decks, and I pulled an Apothecary, 2 Fiends back to back, some Nurses, a Desecrated Virtue, and a bunch of other cards which were worth quite a bit. The main one being obviously the Apothecary that I pulled, and that again was a nice injection into the build that I was doing, I think, which at the time was the Flicker Strike build, which I have then done a video on. For the league, guys, I am now going to take a break. We have got around about a month and a half before the Path of Exile 2 early access will begin. I'm not going to do many more videos between now and then. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a break. I'm not the type to just literally just throw out a bunch of videos for the sake of doing videos if there is nothing for me to talk about and there is not much content. If there is any new Path of Exile news, then obviously I will create a video. In terms of the gameplay though, I won't be doing any more gameplay videos or any more builds. However, what I will be doing is I will be doing a revision of my Ice Nova build at the beginning of next league. So if there is no substantial nerfs or changes to the Ice Nova build, then I will supply a updated version, and for the comments of the amount of comments that I had about the build, I will try and provide you with a leveling guide, because the amount of comments that I had asking me for that, it was absolutely unreal. So I will provide you with a leveling guide so that you can actually use it to level up. Now that is fingers crossed that they do not nerf the build into non-existence by doing something either to Ice Nova or completely removing and nerfing the hell out of the Svalin shield so that it is then unplayable. So I will keep you guys updated, and I will probably do that at the beginning of next league. I will be streaming when the Path of Exile 2 comes out for the early access, so on the 15th of November. So if you want to come and join me, I will be playing it. I'm quite confident that I have already spent enough money to be able to get it for free, but even if I haven't by some fluke, then I will be buying access, and I will be streaming it, and I will be doing some content on it when it does come out. So I will hopefully be doing some guides on the axe, and I'll be doing a few guides on the skills and things like that. So obviously everything is subject to change because we are in early access, but I will be providing with some basics, and I don't really think they're going to do that much change on the axe. Bearing in mind they've spent so many years doing the axe now, I don't think they're going to change that much. I will also be doing a league starter video like I always do for 3.26. I may possibly do one for Path of Exile 2 as well. So last night I spent about an hour and a half and I went through every single gem that is currently in the game that has been unveiled. So I may provide maybe some safe picks for leveling with Path of Exile 2. Now, I'm not obviously certain of what will come about in terms of the actual content. I don't know how the builds are going to do. These are just going to be safe picks of gems that we already know and love, i.e. like Arc or Spark, things like that, which have been transferred into Path of Exile 2, which we both know how it works, and obviously we know that the damage should be quite relatively good. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be doing any more videos unless there is something worthwhile. You know, there is quite a few people that I know that do videos and they just release the same content over and over and over, they say the same thing in 10 different ways, and I'm not that type of person. I would rather give you content that you are going to enjoy, and obviously that you are going to appreciate, and it is going to help you. Okay, so in terms of this video, we're going to wrap it up. If you have, like I said, had any decent drops, throw them in the comments, guys. Tell me what they are. I would love to hear your stories of what you've liked about it. How many mirror shards have you had on a 50 million shipment this league, and how did things go with the rest of the league itself? Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you stay safe, and I will see you when the new live stream is going to be putting out probably at the beginning of November. Until then, stay sane.